불멸의 전사 2.
I'm crossing my fingers that he'll come back in the SSL and GSL next season and wreck face.
Yeah, I mean, he is just on fire right now, and I really hope that he will as well. So let's see if he can do that. That was only game number 1, guys, of course. Dark versus Maru, probably the most hype of all the games here, but we got a bunch more cool ones on the way. We got Classic versus SOS for game number 2.
Loving the crowd, bringing in the popcorn, bringing in the beer.
Yeah.
Always good to have popcorn and beer in the studio, I guess.
That's what you got to do. Actually, come down and enjoy the games any way you like, guys.
I don't know if I was talking with you or Wolf, but we were debating like what you can bring alcohol into the studio. Apparently, if you bring beer, they don't care. So.
I mean, they were put on camera with a beer, so I guess it's okay. There you go, guys, for any future games that we do have down here at the Next Arena. Bring your alcoholic beverages. It does seem to be all right.
Just
okay.
Don't bring a bottle of Bacardi 151 or something.
No,
I think that's
don't
too
do that.
far.
No jello shots, guys. No keg stands, please. Keep that for the parties.
But we'll go on to this game, Classic versus SOS. Actually, SOS is the name. Oh, what a mystery. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
SOS returns. But yeah, Classic did beat Zest last week, I believe, and that was actually quite a shrekking. So it's good to see Classic regain the form that he lost in the past month or so.
Yeah, we see this a lot from players that they're given time to prepare, 2-3 weeks even. We just don't see Classic, right? And then he comes out and he wrecks the best player in the world. That only happens at Pro League, right? So,
and it seems that this win from Classic, 5-2 in the predictions.
Yeah. It definitely gives them a boost here, at least in my mind and a lot of other people's minds. Let's go into another PvP here, Classic versus SOS in game number 2. Down here in the bottom right, in the orange, the Protoss player, it is Classic.
And here at the top left, the crowd's going wild. As the green Protoss, it is SOS. Man, the crowd's rowdy today. Yeah,
there's that one guy out there that's screaming his head off. And like to have guys like that. If you're one of those kinds of people, definitely come down to Korea and shout your head off for some of these players.
Yeah, we need more hype here in Pro League, so it's always good to have the excited fans here coming to watch a lovely Starcraft.
Yeah, even the quiet guys who just sit down and watch and just enjoy it, that's cool too. Just do whatever you want, guys. We'd love to have you down here at the studio, for sure.
As we see, the initial build orders from both players pretty much the same, getting that early gateway, followed by the 2 assimilators. We've actually seen in past PvPs, a lot of the Protosses actually like to go for the gas deal to throw off the build orders. So maybe that's why both players are going for those early 2 assimilators.
Could be. We do have an early scout here from Classic. Gonna just come in here, get scouted immediately by SOS.
Yep, and both players are going for those 2 gateways before the cybernetics core. So the question is now, will they go for the 2 adepts or will they go for the 2 stalkers?
Yeah, this is kind of the way the match is shaping up now in the matchup. Generally, this is the build, essentially, and it's basically what unit to make and what transition you go for after this. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Classic is going to get the first scout of the base here.
As we see here, SOS actually sending 2 probes down here, so we might see a proxy from him. And actually, SOS gets in before Classic can fully wall off, so gets a full probe scout of the base of Classic. And we see this probe just surfing down south of SOS. We'll probably might see a proxy robotics facility for that Immortal push that we've seen quite a bit in the past.
It's going to be up to Classic to get that scouting information. And using less gas here, going for the 2 adepts, may just be able to do that.
Yep, as another probe here, it was the initial scouting probe, but we do see the the Stargate come down for Classic. No doubt he'd want to get those Phoenixes out to control the air.
Yeah, seeing him use that to great effect in his last PvP here. The two depths do come out, but they're not going to scout this building being made over there.
SOS actually being a bit sloppy there. Could have done a bit more damage to those Stalkers, but actually it's going to be a proxy gateway, not a proxy robotics.
So it's just going to be a lot of aggression here.
Yeah.
With just a bunch of gateway units. And that probe, it looks like it does get cleaned up at the natural there. But these adepts are going to come in here and they're going to be like, where's your tech? What's going on in here? This looks kind of weird. He's going to lose both of his adepts for this, but he should get a lot of very important scouting information with this as well.
Yeah, in a straight up fight though, in small numbers, Stalkers do beat adepts quite convincingly, so maybe, actually Classic might scout this. We'll see how the pathing of this probe goes. Oh, does he have vision?
I think he does.
Yeah,
right there.
Okay.
Does get the scout, so he immediately needs to respond to this.
Yep, so it looks like he uses that overcharge on the pylon actually. I'm not sure if that was the right move because he knows that there's going to be all this aggression from these Stalkers, but it looks like these adepts are just going to sneak into the base of SOS, and the more time that SOS gives to Classic, the less effective this attack's going to be.
Yeah, that is true, but having two less adepts is going to be a kind of interesting choice. He just forced some of those Warpins back at home, and the lift here is going to get a nice bit of damage onto both of these Stalkers.
Oh, the overcharge there onto the pylon doing quite a bit of damage, and these Phoenixes, those lifts, very money for Classic, as it looks like SOS is stopping this pressure as his Stalker actually gets stuck, and he's going to transition to Phoenixes of his own.
Yeah, gonna commit to killing the Stalker here with a lift. The Stalker's not allowed up here, trying to focus down that Mothership Core. One more volley would have done it. Does get the sentry, and that's a couple more Stalkers coming in here. Going to have to commit to the lift to try to defend against this. Does not have the energy just yet. He's at 44, 45. He needs another overcharge to survive this.
Just biding time right now.
Let's see if he can go for that overcharge here. He's counter boosting out as many Phoenixes as possible. A couple of weak Stalkers for now.
Yep, so it looks like these Stalkers just chipping away at the front ramp of Classic. And it looks like SOS is just relentless. He's going to put down a pylon here.
He's got 5 Phoenixes out here now, Classic does. And he's looking for some picks, perhaps. Wants to get a bit of scouting information. Finally, the Mothership Core does make its way across the map. But here come the Phoenixes. And look at this, the Mothership Core is out of position. It's going to be in the middle of the map.
He might have to use a recall here with his... Oh no, it actually flies past... Okay, he sees it.
Yeah, I'm going to force a recall here. There, he's going to recall very, very late.
So close.
Oh boy, survives with, let me check here.
38 HP, I think. It was so close.
26.
Yeah, but at least distracting those Phoenixes with that Mothership Core gave SOS a bit of time to add some Phoenixes to this main base defense. I mean, these Phoenixes of Classic are so low HP, but in large numbers, they can easily snipe the Phoenixes of SOS. Looks like Classic's going to take his own expansion, knowing that there's not really much SOS can do about it.
Yeah, I love this play out of Classic. He's playing this so smartly. It just barely hangs on.
Off.
That's a bit of bad luck there. SOS trying to intercept in the middle of the map, and Classic getting caught here.
Yeah, it looks like SOS was a bit distracted there. Didn't get to snipe the low HP Phoenixes. Deciding to target the higher HP Phoenixes, and looks like SOS is posturing to do another attack here.
Yeah, Classic only now putting down a second pylon. Oh boy, the Phoenixes get caught here in the middle of before the fight even starts. Now we go, the attack is coming down here, but a couple of really nice force fields is going to buy Classic so much time.
And it looks like SOS is just waiting for that pylon overcharge to dissipate. But, I mean, look at the unit count so far. It's 37 supply compared to 32 of SOS. But Classic does have that expansion coming up, while SOS hasn't even thought of putting down any sort of Nexus yet, so...
Yeah. Classic way ahead, and now with the 2 pylons out here and just the continuous overcharge, it's going to be so hard to commit to an attack here for SOS.
Yeah, it looks like SOS is just trying to do as much damage as he can without taking too much damage of his own. He's going to take out that pylon that was powering the Stargate, but soon enough Classic will repower that with a pylon. But the time's ticking for SOS to do something here.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be Dark Shrine. Kind of desperate, I suppose.
Yep.
Wants to put on some pressure and hope that his opponent does not have any detection. There is only one observer on the map. And I believe it's all the way across the map, although it is coming all the way back now. So Classic knows the possibility for this kind of play.
And you note there at the main base of SOS, he actually had his rally point to a probe, and that could be huge in terms of this game. I mean, look at the work counts, 26, 25. It's still, we're still, what, 8 minutes into this game, and the work counts still feel very low for this stage of the game.
Looks like SOS is trying to find an angle or at least keep Classic scared until he can get those DTs out, but Classic will have his one observer back at home, ready just in case. And he has the higher number of Phoenixes right now, 7 to 4, so he can easily fight in the sky, and he will have more lifts as the fight goes on.
Yeah, I mean, the longer and longer this game goes, the more and more that SOS is at a disadvantage, because that expansion there from Classic is just kicking in.
Yeah, I mean, look at the supplies now, 89 to 66. It looks like Classic just going to commit to the fight here, noticing that he has more and more units, and that should be it. Classic just has way too much stuff at this point of the game.
Yeah, even more from those Dark Templars, but where's that observer of Classic? Classic's building another observer just to be safe. And
oh, the observer's actually across the map here, so let's see where these DTs do go. If they do immediately try to focus down the robotics here, they could possibly try to get this, but the observer is going to pop out, and he should be okay.
Yeah, it looks like he was going for that
Oh, that was
there.
so close.
Yeah, it was very close, but the observer does come out, and we see these Phoenixes
1,
just
2,
lift it up.
3,
GG.
GG. Classic taking the game over SOS in a very fun PvP that we did have there, bringing SK Telecom back in the series 1-1.
Yeah, nicely played there from Classic. And that's 2 games in a win against 2 of the best Protosses in the world. And I think I've been sleeping on Classic for the past 2 games, but he's definitely looking very impressive so far.
Yeah, would have to agree with you. Taking out both Zest and SOS, 2 very big Protosses, as you said. And yeah, keep looking out for this guy. He's looking better and better. He was actually taken out of the lineup, especially because SK Telecom has so many strong players that they didn't have to rely on Classic. But once he started, you know, having some trouble in some of these matchups, they were like, okay, you need time to practice more. We're not going to put you in. And you can see the second he comes back, he is on fire once again.
Yeah, it's always good to see players come back from a little mini slump. And congratulations to Classic. He's looked very impressive so far in the past 2 games that he's played. But the question is, his PvP's looked good, but how's his PvT and PvZ?
Yeah, I would love to see him come out in some of those matchups. It is possible that he feels most comfortable in this matchup so far, especially defeating Zest, as we keep mentioning. And they're trying to snipe the Protosses of the enemy opponents, and it's been working out so far. But I'd love to see some of those other matchups. Guys, we are going to have Sue versus Rogue in a CVZ here at Pro League between SK Telecom and the Jin Air Green Wings after a quick 3-minute break. We'll be right back for more games.